Yug1 says, Rich, you know, I like your pronunciation better. TIL, Killer 7 is coming out for PC. Thank you both for that. P.S. How does gifting stuff to you guys function?
If you want to gift us a game on Steam, there's an option to email it to someone.
Yeah.
When you buy a game. You say, either you say this is for me or this is a gift, and then you just send it to prereq@redlettermedia.com. I believe there is a similar gifting system with GOG games where you can email it to someone.
And that's probably the best way to do it.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Remember, the film doesn't have to be 48 hours runtime. No shit.
Ah.
Have either of you played State of Decay 2 yet? Would love to see a review. It's basically the first game, though with co-op. Oh, that's underwhelming. I like the first game well enough, but the second one's just like the first, but with co-op. Rich Evans. Rich Evans don't give no shit about co-op.
Right.
Rich Evans games alone.
I would just get in his way.
He'd shoot me in the fucking back again.
That was one time!
Twice! Twice!
That was just one time. You shoot a guy in the back one time and never forgets.
Did you shoot me when we were driving in the car once?
Well, that was just an accident. That wasn't a shoot you in the back situation. That was I just shot accidentally.
It's disappointing to hear because I like State of Decay.
Okay.
It is State of Decay. I always want to call it Dead State. Mm-hmm. That's my own personal Mandela effect.
Sure.
It was good, but it felt like half baked.
Okay.
Didn't feel like they were telling a complete story. So if it's just like the first one but with co-op, that means they fixed nothing and added something I don't care about.
Sure. Nope. Oh wait, these rooms I can go down, right? Nope. Nope. Okay. All right. Of course, a healing pool.
We're posting a link to the clip of Jack check your screen. That clip doesn't have enough views compared to some of our other famous clips. That clip is very underappreciated. It was fun stuff. It was fun stuff.
It's very silly. Ay. Yeah, it happens. I accidentally, shot you. Those are some consequences I have to deal with.
Person in chat, no, I am definitely not into MMOs. So I guess it's cool if they want to turn State of Decay into an MMO type of thing, but
It's a pretty decent haul. Alright, so what I'm...
Remember, you sat on the enemy ridge. Yeah, but I didn't shoot Jack! I'm not saying I'm brilliant at PUBG. Quite the opposite.
2,000.
Gateway says, I sent you the same tip twice. Who cares? Not me. Bangarang.
Bangarang. Bangarang. Ah, okay. Now it stays there. All right.
Yes, I know I like Friday the 13th, and I know I like Rocket League. There are exceptions to every rule, but in general, as a general rule, that there are exceptions to, I prefer gaming alone.
Yeah. Okay. Just need one more thing, dude. Can I buy something from you? Yeah. What? That's highway. Well, fine.
Like, you could ask me, Rich, wouldn't you love to play Zelda Breath of the Wild co-op? And I would answer you, no!
Zelda Breath of the Wild co-op. No.
I think that's one of the mods.
Really?
I think so. It's either currently a mod or something they are working on.
Interesting.
But as I'm not interested, I did not look into it further.
Right.
What rank am I in Rocket League in 3 versus 3 or the others? I don't know that I'm very high in 3 versus 3 because I mostly enjoyed playing 2v2.
Oh, 2v2 is great. That's intense, though.
I think I got to the bottom tier gold
Yeah.
the last time I was playing, but it's been so long.
Shit, I hope that thing stays there. I made an oopsie, Rich. Two v two is where Rocket League gets very gets very nerve-wracking.
Oh, I love 2v2.
Oh yeah. But like, 3v3 is a little more loose. You have two other people in your peripheral that can cover your ass if you fail.
Oh yeah.
In
if
2v2,
your partner's a dipshit,
yeah, you're done. Or if you're a dipshit, you feel like garbage.
nothing's worse than when I start up a match 2v2 and my partner just wants to sit in the net and be goalie. And I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to score? You have to. I like 2v because you have to be a little bit flexible in 2v2.
Mm-hmm.
You don't necessarily want somebody who's just dedicated on defense. Now you stick around half court every now and then. Be ready to go back in a hurry.
Right.
But don't sit in the goal.
You need one. Well, and by the way, you never want to sit in the goal because anyone who can make the shot, it doesn't matter if you have full boost. They're going to make the shot whether you're in the goal or not. Like, you need to play a little more forward, even if you're on defense. But then, yeah, if it's 2v2, you need to be there for the assist as well.
Yeah, that's why I like 2v2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's great. Okay, great. I probably don't need too many more of you. Enough of you. No, I have enough of you too. I should sell you. Oh.
I'm assuming they knock you down if you haven't played long enough, or do they have start a new season or something, and I'd be reset anyway?
Oh, probably.
I'm sure my rankings are all in the toilet right now.
Yeah. Of course. I think you have to re-up every season.
Rich, what to like more, 2v2 or 2 versus 2? Well, 2v2 saves you 2 syllables, and anybody who isn't a dipshit knows what you're talking about. So I'd go with 2v2.
Damn. Yeah, maybe get your shit together, man.
You're also probably just a bit rusty in Rocket League. Oh, I'm sure I am. Like I haven't played it in a while now.
There's a Jurassic Park DLC. There's a Jurassic Park cars.
DLC?
Well, or there's a
everything they do now is loot crate 10%. No, what? 10. 0.03% chance to get the item you want.
yeah.
Buy more crates. LOL.
Well, they're doing a Jurassic Park DLC where you can get the Jurassic Park Jeeps.
I used to support their DLC because I like them.
Yeah.
I like what they did, and it's like, oh, you know what? I want that car. That car costs $2. I'll buy that car.
Yeah.
But now that they started their loot crate crap, I don't buy shit.
Yeah.
Well, you know, also because I haven't been playing. But even before I just stopped playing, I stopped buying shit once they started doing the loot crate crap.
Agreed. They have plenty of money. They're doing fine with the loot crate crap.
Please stop playing shitty indie games. This sucks.
Bye.
Goodbye. Look, if you want us to play The Last of Us, it's just not gonna happen. That's not us, man.
Yeah, you don't have to be here to watch, man. You go
We
someplace else.
We have a tendency to like indie games, and we're gonna play shit we like.
There's a whole internet out there, man, full of fantastic things to watch. You don't have to be here.
You can find someone else who's playing Counter-Strike right now.
Right this very
moment. Counter-Strike, go.
Yeah. I believe in you. You can do it. Thanks for coming by, though. We appreciate it.
Alright, so Pascal says...
Yeah, Pascal
Pascal is donating a wager. That would be fantastic.
donating a wager.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh.
It's a simple...
Oh, Pascal's...
Yeah.
I get it.
Simple tip here. I get to listen and chuckle at work to the YouTube uploads.
Okay.
Favorite breakfast cereal? Peanut butter Captain Crunch kills it for me, but I keep it to once per year as a treat. Love the RLM crew. Thanks for the laughs. Well, you can only get it in October these days, but Frankenberry.
Good.
Otherwise, I'm quite fond of Apple Jacks, and there's a generic Lucky Charms that I like more than I like Lucky Charms. Was it
Marshmallow
Mateys?
Stars?
Marshmallow Mateys.
Marshmallow Mateys?
Marshmallow Mateys.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of cereal. I've never been a big fan of breakfast cereal.
Oh, I don't have it often, but when I do,
Yeah.
those are my go-tos.
Okay. No, and you know, if I have a go-to like splurgy breakfast, like a sweet splurgy breakfast, I'm going Pop-Tarts all the way.
Yeah.
All the way. I could eat Pop-Tarts all day, every day. I love them. I mean, they're pastries. They're donuts. They're thin donuts. But no, I'm a savory breakfast person. I like eggs and bacon and that kind of stuff. So I ain't one of them cereal type persons. Hello.
Will we get more Friday the 13th streams? I don't know. Probably less and less as time goes on. I don't know how long there's going to be a community of people playing multiplayer games. As one of the reasons I don't like getting into multiplayer is because, you know, in like a few more years there's going to be literally nobody playing Friday the 13th. So if it were like my favorite game ever, that would just be depressing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've hit some sort of glitch.
Yep.
My controller is working. But I can't select anything in menu. Can I go? Oh, here I can select stuff.
There's probably some kind of reason. It's probably not a glitch. There's probably something going on.
Looking to craft some better gear.
Have you crafted before in this?
Yeah. Showed up for a second, but now it's gone.
Do you have to hit the button first to select?
No, see, look, it shows up for a second.
Are you not able to craft those things, so it's not going to highlight them?
No, you can still look at everything.
I do not know what to tell you.
This is a glyph. This is what we call a glyph. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in my house. And I'm going to go outside my house, and we're going to see if that fixes it. Does that reset you? Forge man? Nope. What is happening? Let's go talk to that lady. Maybe she can help.
You sold ingredients you needed to craft the upgrade jack in all caps.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. In all caps. Look. 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 Look.
Do you not have them on you?
No, they take them from their chest.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
100
Maybe you're wrong?
100%.
All right, all right.
See my chest full of all my ingredients. I'm fine.
Tell Jack to look in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen when he's talking to the blacksmith.
Okay. Thank you. That's what I need. What is he saying? Look in the bottom left-hand corner. I'm looking in the bottom left-hand corner.
Right-hand corner.
Oh. Yeah, but right now I'm not selected on. I don't want that. Whatever it's selected on. Oh, see, like, look, top right corner is fabric bandana. I don't want a fabric bandana.
Okay.
I'm trying to select anything else in this
There's
menu.
There's only one other thing in that menu you can select.
Right, but no, Rich, I can't select anything.
Okay.
See?
Well, it doesn't even look like the one thing you're talking about is highlighted.
Exactly. Like this is a bug.
I'll tell you what.
What?
Are you saved?
Yeah, I'm saved.
Why don't you turn off and on the game?
Now you're talking. Now you're talking. Little bug. I tried using the keyboard and the same thing happened.
Yug1 says, Rich, you mentioned Mark Wade's Irredeemable sometime before? No, I didn't.
I did.
Jack did. Okay, Jack did.
Jack is the one who currently reads comic books.
Yes, I have not set foot into a comic book store in possibly over a decade. Did you read Insufferable? It's Batman and Robin. If Batman was Robin's actual father, and Robin decided to strike a deal with Nike.
What?
That's what it says.
Nike?
Yes.
Is Nike a villain in the Batman universe?
I'm assuming he made a shoe deal as Robin.
Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe like he was kind of he was a spoiled.
He sold out. Man.
He was a spoiled kid.
Yeah.
He didn't earn it. He didn't respect the mantle of Robin. Okay. I haven't read that. I liked what I read of Irredeemable though.
Rich, you mentioned that you were a princess. Well, technically, I did mention that I was a prom queen.
Rich is not a princess. Rich is the fucking prom
But
queen.
I never made any claims to being a princess.
Right. I believe. Here we go. See. So now see in the menu how I can like select things. It was just a glitch.
Okay.
So. And I should, yes. And see here, I have all of the things I needed. So everyone just settle down. All the things I needed to upgrade my fighter gloves.
Will McGill 2561 in the chat says, Jack, are comic books still a mess like they were 10 years ago?
Yes. I don't. What a weird and ambiguous question. Comics are always going to be a mess. It's a never. Comic books are never-ending storylines. By design.
No, because DC ends them all the time. Story you read? Fucking start over.
But see, that's not ending them. That's just churning. Then you're just churning, right? You're just churning the same shit. And so I think no matter what, comics will always be a mess, and you're always going to have high points, and you're always going to have low points. But there's
Lobo's like a goth now? Yeah, sure.
Just churn it. Turn it around. What is he coming out now? Now he's a medieval knight? Why not? Churn it again.
Sorry.
Churn it again. What is he now? A businessman playboy? Just keep going. Keep churning. So. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. So, yes, comic books are a mess, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is maybe what I'm saying. Comic books are just going to be a mess. And we have to accept that as fans, I guess.
That's what I'm referring to. Stupid ideas mixed with constantly stopping and rebooting characters. Well, it sounds like the rebooting's gotten even worse. Marvel, who once built their empire on a solid continuity, seems to have just thrown that continuity into the fucking trash.
Like 3
and
times.
peed on it.
Yes. Then just picked up their pee and put it back in the trash. And then churned it out again. Like, that's, and it's like I said, it's just part of these things. These are the same stories and characters that we've had for a long time, and they just never stop. But you know, there's always going to be good in there as well. Even if they reboot, there will be good, because there are good artists in the world who love comic books. So you might have to, yeah. Remember Thor horse? Remember that? Remember when Thor was a goddamn horse?
Is Thor still a woman?
Jane Foster Thor? I don't know.
Okay.
I just don't know. There's too much. Thor hasn't interacted with Kamala recently, so that's my extent of knowledge. Right. What do we got here? Enchantments? Yeah. Right, don't you be broken now, too.
Rich Baba Yaga doesn't have chicken legs. Her house does. When the fuck did I ever claim Baba Yaga had chicken legs? When has this ever happened? I know Baba Yaga's house has chicken legs. I've talked about that aspect of Baba Yaga.
What?
It's a Russian folklore thing.
Okay. And her house has chicken legs?
Her house has chicken legs. They can get up and walk away.
First of all, that's great.
Yeah. But I never claimed that she had chicken legs. And I'm wondering where this person is getting that. That they would be correcting me about it. A Baba Yaga who I've not talked about on stream for like 8 months.
I don't know. I don't know. Who is Captain Marvel, by the way? Is she linked with Doctor Strange power-wise? No, Captain Marvel is strong and can fly. Captain Marvel is the former Miss Marvel, and she's just really strong and can fly. And possibly nigh invulnerable. She has weird powers. if you knew, like, think about Rogue in the X-Men cartoon. Remember how Rogue was really strong and could fly? She was like Superman. That's Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel is Superman without the laser eyes.
Okay.
That's her power set right now. She's not magic. She gets her powers from aliens, I think. She's a former Miss Marvel, now Captain Marvel, because now Miss Marvel is Kamala Khan, who has stretchy, biggy, growy powers.
Is Kamala Khan still super popular, or is her comic book numbers dropped?
No, I think the problem is when looking at comic book numbers.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at physical sales, and if you look at physical sales, comic books across the board have dropped, but digital sales are rather healthy.
Okay.
Still for Kamala, not groundbreaking because comics is still a crazy niche market, but that's fine. Yeah, you know what? She had her latest collection of stories was pretty alright. She had some good runs. She had an interesting thing. Right now she's kind of wavering for me though. Like I don't think they know what to do with her at the moment, which sucks. But you know who's having a lot of fun is that Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. They're having a lot of fun. They're getting weird. Powerful gloves, more powerful arrows, more powerful gloves is what we want. I don't. Oh, nope, that's not what I want because I don't have enough. Oh, I don't have enough gold for either of those. Ew. Fine. I didn't want your enchantments anyway.
Rich, you said it on an episode of Best of the Worst when you were having to stay in Jay's uncle's graveyard to get his inheritance. Well, I said what specifically? Are we talking about the Baba Yaga thing?
You did mention Baba Yaga.
I'm sure I didn't say that she has chicken legs. Maybe something got weird in the editing process, but I am well aware that it is her hut that has chicken legs, because Baba Yaga is in Quest for Glory. And you have to find a way inside of her hut.
Which is walking around
chicken
with chicken legs.
So I am well aware that it's the hut that has the chicken legs.
That makes sense now. Whilst D&Ding, many of the manuals, have like all sketches and illustrations, and one of the sketches is of a group of adventurers fighting a house with chicken legs. And I kept thinking to myself, what a strange monster. But apparently that is oh wait, no, I have my thing. Why am I going there? Rich, I'm a dummy. I'm a big dummy. I have a portal already. Teleport. Nope. Teleport. I have a portal. Thank you, Storm Templar. I was about to. I forgot that I had a portal, but I remember now. Everything's good.
Hopefully, we still get that Quest for Glory stream at some point. It wouldn't be a smooth stream though. There's a little bit of grinding involved with Quest for Glory. If it were pure Sierra style puzzling, that'd be one thing. But it isn't necessarily that.
Sure.
Like, if you want to try and sneak past an area, your sneaking stat has to be appropriately leveled. If you want to pick a lock, well, your lock picking needs to be appropriately leveled, and leveling that shit up is awfully tedious.
Gotcha.
Awfully tedious. I have no idea why it's designed that way.
Just time, get people's time into it, right? You gotta design time sinks. That's the moral of the story. Get them time sinks. Nope. You want to make sure people get their money's worth out of your games. and sometimes that means time.
Mr. Joshua TX says, perhaps a review of one of Frank Decker classics, Night of the Creeps or Monster Squad? Oh, God, I don't remember anything about Night of the Creeps because I think the last time I saw it, I was a wee lad.
Sure.
And I don't have particularly fond memories of Monster Squad.
The first time, the first and only time I've seen Monster Squad was that night that we watched Frozen and Monster Squad.
Yeah.
It's cute. It's cute. I have honestly just no real. I have no strong feelings about Monster Squad.
Other people might. I'm not one of them.
Yeah. Fuck.
Pro Austin C says, apologies if anyone made a similar joke. But I was disappointed that Biscuit was forced out of her contract so that I could get another white male throwing their opinions at me on the hit series previously recorded. Damn shame.
Many people have made that comment on the latest video. I rolled! You son of a bitch, I rolled. Damn it. Damn it.
Jack, do you have any interest in receiving a point-and-click adventure game called The Cave as a gift?
I might have it.
Jack might have it.
That sounds familiar. Oh, is that the Ron Gilbert game?
I don't know. I never got into the point-and-clicks.
I know. No, oh no, I think it's a recent, like after they had Ron Gilbert come back for, oh shit, what was the Double Fine adventure game?
Broken Age.
After Ron Gilbert came back for a bit of Broken Age, and that was very successful on the Kickstarter, Ron Gilbert wrote a new adventure game.
Here's two comments back to back.
Okay.
The Cave was pretty good. The Cave wasn't good from what I've heard. Back to back.
This is what we got to deal with, chat. Every time. This is exactly what we have to deal with every single time. This is why we have trust issues.
Brand Flakes 4547 says, quick reminder to Rich. You would love System Shock 2. It's like Dead Space if it were actually scary.
Damn.
So, you're comparing it to Dead Space and not Thief? Because I know it's made by, well, some of the same people. I find that interesting.
Yeah, for Rich's sake, you want to sell him on the Thief angle.
Wouldn't Deus Ex have been a better comparison than Dead Space?
Maybe.
And it's made by the same game director as Thief.
There you go.
I tipped enough money to buy the game last time, but I'm between jobs right now. Cheers, friends. I'm certain I have a copy.
System Shock 2?
Yeah.
That's a classic.
BioShock is a better comparison. Well, you do know that BioShock is the spiritual sequel to System Shock 2. They didn't have the rights to System Shock 2.
So they just made a different Shock game.
They made a different game in a somewhat similar style. So there's a very good reason why BioShock is a game you would want to compare it to System Shock.
This sounds like a bunch of horse hockey.
Maybe they were commenting more about the story of System Shock 2 and Dead Space having similar ideas. Monsters on a cramped ship. Well, we're talking about games, though. That's a horrible way to compare things. You compare games with similar gameplay.
Usually, that is what is done.
This is when you get into it was just like Helldivers, when it's nothing like Helldivers. Because there's a person who has a gun.
Uncharted 4. It's just like Helldivers.
It's just a bad comparison. I've played Helldivers in ages. I'm assuming nobody plays it anymore because it's a multiplayer-focused game. Well.
I wonder.
Oh, well.
I wonder if people play Helldivers anymore. What do you think, chat? Do people play Helldivers anymore? That was a lot of fun, that Helldivers.
Yep.
I remember Helldivers.
Yeah.
That was a good time. We had some good streams. Some good streams, good playing.
Helldivers has 180 players on average.
180.
180.
Not 180,000.
No, 180.
Yeah. So
that game's choking out.
That's a big fat nope. Right, and then at a certain point, they're gonna stop. Maintaining the servers.
They're probably all really good, and they would probably all be frustrated with you for being rusty or not playing it whatever they think the right way is.
Mm-hmm.
0 people were playing 41 minutes ago. Multiplayer.
I know, and everyone loves to point out that that Rich loves, Rocket League and Friday the 13th, but here is the downswing of multiplayer only games,
which I am very aware of. I am like that's part of the reason I avoid getting into a multiplayer game. Right. I don't want to fall in love with a game and then nope, it's gone now. You can never play it again. Nobody plays it. You're fucked.
Yep. Yeah.
Is there a single player option? Helldivers plays like crap single player. It's way too hard. Well, you can get away with some of the easier missions if you're playing it a little bit stealthy.
Yeah, but it is. You can play it single player.
It doesn't work as well.
Yeah, it's just not designed. It's just not designed for that.
But presumably you would lose interest and stop playing it at the same time as everyone else. It's called the Zeitgeist, Rich. Well, I don't think like other people. I'm sorry.
Right, and what the point is sure you might lose interest, but then maybe one day you go, oh, you know what I'm craving? You know what I'm craving, Rich? Right now I'm craving a little Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
And so you know what I do? Stick Breath of the Wild in. Oh, I play. Oh, great. 5 years from now, stick it into play. Hey, we played a game, right?
You know what I was playing last night?
Huh?
Doom.
It
came out in 1993.
Right. And so that's one of those things when you buy something, you expect to, use that thing whenever you want.
Right.
And that's the downside. The multiplayer has upsides and downsides, and there's no arguing that. I personally think that the upsides can outweigh the downsides because
maybe I play old games more often than the average person.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know. I don't care, but it's what I do.
Well, there's downsides and there's upsides, and I think to me the challenge and the joy that I get from completing the challenge of multiplayer games, playing against the most dangerous game, humans, is worth it.
Multiplayer works when you can host your own server if you just want to play with 3 other people. Jack, you are literally the only other person I know who plays games.
Mm-hmm.
You are like literally. Out of everyone I am close to, are the only other person.
Well, there you go. Well, host a server, Rich. I'll hop on. I have plenty of these. I know I just sold those, but I think I have plenty of them.
OG Doom and Wolfenstein give me a headache now? Like how so? Turn head bob off. That might be your problem.
Don't you tell me how many I have? That would be nice. It'd be really nice if it told me like how many vines I have like in my. I'll keep those, I guess. I know I have 1 million rods. I don't need any more rods.
What are your opinions of physical media going away in favor of digital downloading? Well, it depends upon whether or not I can back up that digital download.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, I'm a big fan.
I have a big fat hard drive with just like a lot of shit backed up.
Uh-huh.
And honestly, I should probably get a third, you know, just a second. I should probably get a second backup for my backups of all of my shit.
Oh, well, if you don't have a second, then you don't have a backup.
Well, no, I mean, like, this would be a third, technically.
Oh, okay.
I have the, you know, the original on my computer, but then I got a second hard drive.
Sure.
It's got a whole bunch of shit on it. I should really have a secondary backup.
Sure. It won't hurt. It won't hurt to have another copy of all the stuff.
Using the cloud? I don't trust the fucking cloud.
Then you got to make sure.
That's giving somebody else control of your shit.
Then you got to make sure that company ain't going anywhere. Because
Right.
Oh, speaking of trust in the fucking cloud, right?
Yeah.
My script writing software.
Yeah.
Is internet based.
Okay.
I use Adobe Story bundled in with Adobe's Creative Suite. Adobe, a fairly large and respectable company. All of a sudden, they say, you know what? Nobody's using Adobe Story. We're shutting it down. We're shutting it down. So
Yeah.
all my scripts, all my everything.
Gotta have your own backups.
Well, and you know they gave me plenty of time to download everything.
Okay.
But the moral of the story is like it's an online service from a big company that they're shutting down. Luckily, they're not shutting down until next year.
Yeah.
And so they give you a full year to download all your stuff, and they give you all your stuff in PDF form, and you know so they're really nice about that. But there's a cloud service that I never would have thought would have gone away because it's from a big company, but not profitable.
Yeah.
Got to go somewhere else now. See ya, sucker. Bye. Right?
Yeah.
Got to find new script writing software.
I don't use my hard drive. Don't you use your hard drives in RAID? No. RAID is... Well, it depends on what type of RAID you're talking about. Like, are there some versions of RAID where basically just... It functions like a backup? I don't know, but the RAID, the way I usually think of it is when they have... They increase the speed of your hard drives by running, like, 3 hard drives at once. So part of the information is on one hard drive, and part of the information is on the other. And basically, if you have 3 hard drives in RAID, it triples the search time. Because 3 hard drives are looking for the same information at once. The problem is you're tripling your potential failure points.
Right, but you can also set up a RAID to kind of split a hard drive into 2 different partitions.
So that's not a RAID, that's just partitioned hard drive.
Oh, you're right. You're talking about having 2 hard drives in one PC.
2 or more.
Or 2 or more, you're right.
Basically, in theory, if you're running a RAID, it doubles or triples the speed of your, searching for your hard drives, just depending on how many hard drives you're using.
Sure,
in the RAID.
but then wouldn't that be basically built-in backup?
No, because it's splitting this part of the information on one drive. Like if you have one movie, part of the movie might be on the first. It's the way it works. It's not quite like that.
Oh, okay. That is very different than how I understand.
Well, there's
raids
different
now.
types of raids, so I don't know exactly what they're referring to. I
Sure.
think there's some types where it's basically a backup.
Mm-hmm.
You're thinking about Raid 0, Rich. Yeah, because I always thought Raid 0 was really cool. But I never really set up a system that used it. Raid 1 is the simplest. It basically just mirrors all the data between two drives. I've never set that up. I've always just put a second hard drive in an external enclosure and then just manually copied the information. Might be smart of me if I did set that up, or like the backups were already in there, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a really great Apple feature called Time Machine. And basically, if you have a nice size external hard drive hooked up to your Mac, not only does it save all your files, it saves fucking everything. Everything you do on your computer. So if you mess up anything, you can say, you know what, just go back 10 minutes. I fucked up everything for 10 minutes. I deleted all these files. I changed a bunch of Word documents. I made this edit. Everything I did in the last 10 minutes, I hated.
Yeah.
And it just restores everything for the last 10 minutes and just automatically does everything all the time. Really great feature.
let me see if I can explain Raid 0 better, because I think I did a very poor job.
Okay, go
Let me
ahead.
see if I can simplify.
You can do
this.
it, Rich. I believe in you.
The Raid 0 would treat multiple hard drives like there were one hard drive. So let's say, hypothetically, you have a comically slow hard drive. It's comically slow.
Yeah.
When you go up to load a file from this hard drive, it takes your computer 3 minutes to find the file it's looking for, because it's insanely slow.
Right.
But if you have three of these hard drives set up in RAID, your computer's going to treat that like one hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
So your computer's searching all 3 disks at once, so it would basically triple your speed of looking for that information.
You wouldn't think it would work like that. Because technically you're looking over the same distance.
Well, if you had one, like, all right, well, size is a factor. Like, if you had one hard drive that was 3 terabytes, that's the hard drive it takes 3 minutes to find the information on.
Yeah.
You know, one 3 terabyte hard drive.
Yeah.
But if you had 3 1 terabyte hard drives, it would treat that like one 3 gigabyte hard drive. And you have it searching for 3 disks at the same time for that one file.
Mm-hmm. I'm just going to go ahead and
I still did a bad job of
You
explaining
did.
it.
You did. I'm just going to believe you. How about that? Can I do that?
As a tech guy, this hurts. Yeah, I'm not gifted with Gab.
Not doing a great
I'm
job.
not a good teacher.
Not doing, you know, a great job. Not totally
What the
failing.
fuck is Rich going on about? That is the worst explanation.
Kind of sounds like it.
You know, I'm just gonna shut up. I'm just gonna shut up now. I'm done.
All right, that's fine. Those things. Oh wait. I need you for.
I'm gonna
whatever.
skip ahead here
Skip ahead.
in the tips.
Do it.
Brand Flakes 4547 says, it's like Dead Space in the fact that you're stranded on a space station and you use audio logs to find backstory. Otherwise, the games are very superficially similar. LOL, fuck you guys. Well, you know, when you're trying to sell a game on somebody, you really want to use the superficial comparisons to really give them a good idea what the game is like.
But by that admission, it's also just like Alien Isolation. And by that admission, it's also just like Lovers in a Dangerous Space-Time. That also takes place on a space station.
It's just like Doom 3.
It's
It's just like Doom 3.
Like I get what you're saying. Like you know, blah, 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 blah.
Pro Austin C says, Jack, consider doing a second prereq quick ep yet. You got to do something more than once to establish it, and I know it does save you editing time. Maybe a short review of an older game like you did with Bayonetta. Love you all.
Yeah, you know, the quick ep is there as an option. It's there as an option. We've blah, 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 blah. I have found a few ways. I've found a few things to do on my end to speed up post-production of regular episodes.
Yeah.
And so hopefully that'll help. I found a new way of pre-marking my gameplay footage. One of the things that takes me the longest in editing is not actually the splicing. It's finding appropriate gameplay footage. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, what that means is, Rich and I just talked about the back and forth battles in BattleTech. So now I need to look through all of the footage I have to try to find the right clip of back and forth battle to illustrate what we're talking about. And, you know, you scrub through, you try to find the right area and you watch it. Like, that's the most hours is just trying to find those right clips, right? What?
I'm just thinking about earlier. Never mind.
Me
sure. Explaining Raid poorly.
You need to like watch a series of YouTube videos just so you fully understand it. Then you come back, guys, I got it.
I know. Go on.
And so I now use a program called Live Logger, part of the Adobe suite. So as I'm playing the game and recording the gameplay footage, I can actually make markers and notes on my iPad for specific things that I think we might talk about. Like, here's a cutscene that's kind of interesting. Here's a battle play mechanic that was just introduced to me that was, kind of interesting. This might be something we talk about. Here, this happened. And so that way, when I go through my footage, instead of trying to scrub through all of it, I can just go to the individual markers, and each marker has a little note that I can attach to it. So that helps. That helps save a little time. BattleTech, I feel like I got out pretty swiftly.
Yeah.
I feel like I did a decent job with that one.
Most missions feel the same, so.
So that was really easy, scrubbing through all that footage. But, so I'm trying to speed things up on my post-production end so that even when we do film them, we can get them out quicker. Our set is now fairly set. And you know what? I don't think the backgrounds were that reflective in the final video.
Yeah.
I don't think they were terribly distracting.
How do you feel about the background in the BattleTech review, chat? Did it look glossy and shiny and bad, or did those things behind us look good? We fucked around with the lighting for quite a while.
We did. Hold on. Before we move on to that, I want Forter Fire is making a snarky comment that I'd like to shut right the fuck down.
Yeah.
Forter Fire says, "What an innovative Apple feature, a notepad." Like, you're just writing notes. But this actually syncs with my gameplay footage. And so, like, I start recording the gameplay footage. I hit a button that automatically syncs it. So then when I move that gameplay footage into my editing software, if you've ever seen an editor, your clip is like a rectangle. Then on that rectangle automatically are little markers at the exact time that I made the note. So it's not just like I'm looking through a notebook and I say at 20 minutes I did this, and then I have to go through the timeline and go to the 20-minute mark. Like it automatically does something. So Forter Fire, fuck right off. Secondly, are shiny backgrounds.
Yeah.
I think they looked all right. But I've come up with another option.
Okay.
Just in case. But I still think they look all right.
The glare drives me nuts.
And it's kind of bad. It is kind of bad, right? But I've come up with another option, which is basically the same thing, but we print it on fabric.
Will they print on fabric?
Maybe.
Okay.
And then maybe it won't be so glossy.
Okay.
So
Could be more matte. That was what happened? You tried to get it matte, right?
it is matte. It's as matte as they come. The thing that we have in the background right now is as matte as they make them. Wait, 100 was... So we gotta go like 75. And it's still very glossy. So, them's is the breaks. Unfortunately. 320, yeah, 320 is still good. So let's make these, let's see if we go for 5. Okay.
Chad, I wanted to like BattleTech. I wanted to.
I know that about you. You
Every
were really excited to play BattleTech.
I was. Every battle kept playing out basically the same way. There's nothing terribly interesting going on.
Yeah. I'm with you. No, I know. You were really looking forward to that one. But hey, that's the way them cookies crumble sometimes. Is it nighttime still? Why is it nighttime?
Rich and Jack, hype for E3? I only get hyped when I hear about something interesting. And I don't automatically assume I'm going to hear something interesting at E3. I might just hear bad news.
It's very possible.
Like the big reveal with Steam starting the monthly fees now. And you know, I'm prepared for bad news.
Oh.
When Gabe's gone.
When
Wait for that monthly Steam service fee.
you know what? Possibly before he's gone. Like as soon as he starts to feel them pennies pinch. Listen, like Steam has already been, you know, it's. What did I just watch recently? I watched a really fun video about the first non-Valve game on Steam.
Yep.
It was this, you know, wacko little fighting game called something Kung Fu, called Physics Kung Fu, or did you guys see that? Chat, tell me the name of it. Tell me the name of it. The first non-Valve game on Steam. Ragdoll Kung Fu. Thank you, Pirate X Core. Ragdoll Kung Fu was the first non-Valve game on Steam.
Yeah.
And they were so desperate to get non-Valve games on their platform, they actually fronted the developer like $10,000. Like, we guarantee you this money. We need games on Steam, right?
Yeah.
And then Valve, you know, for the years afterwards, Valve kind of acted as a curator to their storefront. And so, you know, they would only allow certain games and, you know, only so many games per day. But now the process of getting your game on Steam is almost automated.
Yeah.
That's why we have so many Steam releases. So it's like already the store is becoming this unmanageable mess because Valve wants to automate the system. So how long until Gabe just says, we'll just automate everything, monthly fees, right? Like I'm saying it's already stepping down.
You need to pay the monthly fee to access the games you own on Steam, Jack.
It's one of these days. One of these days.
That's when it's all over. It's all dead.
It's possible. It's possible it might happen.
That's when I begin looking for a pirate copy of everything I own.
On Steam.
Yeah.
Because if you get them through GOG.com, you already have a copy.
I know. You just download that executable and install. You know, you hit the thing you use to install the whole game. You don't need a connection to the internet after you download the executable. You just back that up on a disc or wherever. It's yours. You own it. Install it anytime you want, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
GOG.com.
Install GOG.com. Install it anytime you want.
Until GOG
motherfucker.
is defunct. No. Here's the thing. You download the executable. It's the install file. You can put that on a disk. It doesn't matter what happens to GOG. The whole company could tank tomorrow.
And you would still have your executable.
The whole company could decide, and next year they want to put DRM on everything. If you've already downloaded your executable file, your I'm calling it executable. It's an install package or whatever you want to call it.
An application, yeah, whatever.
And it doesn't fucking matter. You have it. It's on a disk in your home. You can install it whenever you want. You don't have to give a fuck what the internet wants out of you.
It never needs that handshake. Steam needs a handshake for certain games. All of their games, technically. Steam needs that digital handshake because you are leasing your games through Steam.
But the space requirements, look, you can get a 4 terabyte hard drive relatively cheap these days.
Mm-hmm.
I say it's worth it for a backup on the stuff you really love. Presuming they have it on GOG.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do great. Nice. Wait, no. Fucking yes. I'm rocking this, Rich. I'm absolutely crushing.
Same thing with Steam, that you can run Steam in an offline mode and play installed games. But if you need to install the game again, you're fucked. Some games like to phone home every now and then.
And
I remember back a while ago,
yeah.
I did not want XCOM to update because there were mods I used. And whenever they wanted to update XCOM, it would fuck all of my goddamn mods. And I legitimately tried to keep XCOM hidden from the internet.
Yeah.
Every now and then it insisted on phoning home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's installing an update. All my mods are fucked.
Oh, right. Well, and remember, part of the agreement when you sign up for Steam very clearly states that you are leasing these games through Steam. You do not own any of those games. You own the right to play them through the Steam service.
Yeah.
That's just what it says in the Steam terms of service when you sign up.
I tried to keep it in offline mode, and every now and then I tried to run up XCOM. You need to log on.
Yeah. No, and of course,
Mandatory update. Mandatory.
As a company, Steam, Valve, whoever, right? They don't want to sour their client base.
Yeah.
So this will not be a drastic guess what. Technically speaking, if they wanted to, they can flip a switch. You can't play any of your games.
Yes.
Done, right?
Yes.
They won't do that, obviously, because they're a business.
Right.
But they could. That's a thing. That can
when
happen.
they want to start charging for monthly access to Steam, the minute you don't want to pay that monthly access, they flip the switch for you.
And by the way, this is the same for any free service that you use. If YouTube all of a sudden says, you know what, we're sick of running all these servers, every video on YouTube down forever. Mm-hmm. That's just the way it is, right? Same with Twitch, same with any service. But so what it will start with is something very similar that we've seen on consoles, which is, we need a little something to run our servers, but we'll give you. Let's say you pay $20 a year for Steam Premium, and we'll give you one free game download a month, right? It'll be the exact same thing we've seen over and over and over again, and they'll just start nickel and diming all of their millions of customers, and sometimes there ain't nothing you can do about it. Steamium, Dramble. If we're going to pay for Steamium. They won't use that name, though, because it's kind of dumb. But I like it. I like it. That's how you know it's dumb. Steamium.
Steam Platinum.
Huh?
Steam Platinum.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, so there's Valve. There's Steam. We need another corresponding, like, pipe water pressure thing, right? Spigot. Oh, a Valve drip. You get a little bit of free stuff every month. Steam VIP, Steam Platinum.
The valve is closed.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
I know, like this is all hypothetical, but the thing to remember is that this is all something that can happen.
And you can't stop it when it decides it wants to happen.
Right. So basically, this entire rant has been one long advertisement for GOG.com.
I know. I love them. I love what they do.
I know you do.
I appreciate what they do.
That's cool. You know what? That's fine.
Are you done?
Yeah.
I'm going to finish off some tips here.
Oh, great. Do it.
Pro Austin C says LeBron James' agent is named Rich Paul. Kevin Durant's agent, Rich Kleiman. Rich Evans, would you consider managing Stephen Curry just for continuity's sake? Real close Game 3 of the NBA Finals happening right now with those three players in it. Stephen Curry gets worst deal ever in NBA history. News at 11.
Stephen Curry signs complete unknown manager with no former experience.
Steve Curry talked into very poor business decision.
Why would he do that? Why would he hire someone with no managerial experience?
Industry pundits baffled by bizarre decision Stephen Curry made. It's great. Sign me up.
Just cut to Rich going, I don't know. I thought it sounded like a lot of money. Be right back.
Yeah. Brand Flakes 4547 says, Rich explaining Raid is like me explaining System Shock 2. Thanks for making me not feel like the only idiot in the room. LOL. Bust my chops. Yeah, that's what I got mine busted too. Pro Austin C says, both the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One came out in November of 2013. When would you expect the next versions of those consoles to hit stores? I don't care, I'm a PC gamer. Keep in mind that the one sold far worse than the 4, which usually means the next console comes sooner. I don't care, I'm a PC gamer. Do whatever the fuck they want. Considering that both of them just released their soupty-doop 4K versions of their pre-existing consoles, it would be a slap in the face to everybody who bought that shit if they release their next consoles too damn soon. But once again, I'm a PC gamer. I don't give a shit.
For what?
The PlayStation 5 and Xbox 2, or whatever they decide to call it.
Oh, no. They'll probably start murmuring about it next year.
Murmuring about it now.
Are they?
Yeah, I've heard murmurs about the PlayStation 4. 2019, maybe.
Really?
Probably won't be that soon, but
No.
there've been murmurs, which if I had just bought their Scorpio or whatever they call the 4K version,
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
Oh, sure. Well, are we hearing murmurs from them?
Probably not directly from them, no.
Like, once I'm saying next year is when we're going to start hearing murmurs from Sony and Microsoft.
Okay.
And that's when so we're probably looking at a 2020.
Yeah.
Is what I'd assume. That seems about right.
Like, all I've gotten out of this generation of consoles
Yeah.
is Bloodborne and God of War.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. They came out, when, 2013? Jesus fucking Christ, I got 2 games out of that?
No, because this is something you do constantly. You always discount Nintendo.
They're different. They're different.
They're not. It's a console. Every single time. Every single time. The only console, like, every time you discount Nintendo. No, Nintendo doesn't count.
Horizon Zero Dawn? That's more Jack's Jam.
Mm-hmm.
For me to really enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn, there's too much fucking aiming. For me to love that game, I really need to use a goddamn mouse and keyboard.
Right.
So, Bloodborne, God of War.
Breath of the Wild.
Nintendo, they're different. They're different, and you know it. That doesn't count.
That does too count. Just because they're doing it exceptionally well doesn't mean that it doesn't count.
I'm just saying that the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 have been particularly worthless to me.
Xbox, to me. Right. And see, Xbox One, I can be with you wholeheartedly, especially because they have virtually no exclusives. Like, there's just no reason to have one. I don't know why anyone would have one. Bloodborne means a whole lot to me in my life. So, you know.
Consoles are trying to be PCs now. Not so you could use a fucking mouse and keyboard, customizable controls, mods. They got a ways to go.
Didn't they bring mods to Xbox One?
I need a goddamn mouse.
I know. I
need it. It is mandatory.
I think they brought mods to Xbox One.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
I think they did.
Is it a hassle?
I don't even know if what I just said was correct. That's Oh, hell, there we go. Encephalopathetic says mods were a thing with Skyrim on the Xbox One.
Were they basically just able to port over the PC mods? Like, how do you mod for something on an Xbox One?
Oh. I don't know nothing about nothing.
They would only let you use a mouse and keyboard if they could force you to buy their overpriced ones. They wouldn't even do it then. For one, I would go for it anyway.
Sure.
If there's like an exclusive I wanted to play that, like Horizon Zero Dawn, yeah. All right, overpriced mouse. All right, fine.
Yeah.
I'll deal with that. But they're never going to do it because too many of their players are comfortable with a controller, and it would fuck multiplayer if 90% of their fan base were whining because they kept getting their asses kicked by people using a mouse.
Yeah.
So you're never going to see true mouse compatibility on a console because there would be too many whiny cunts.
That's something that Blizzard has talked about as far as like connecting, because you can do a PC to console online connectivity, right? And they've talked about that with Overwatch, with not wanting to connect PC to Xbox One players over online play, because if you have a mouse, you can do better.
Rich, it would ruin multiplayer. You mean you couldn't keep up with your controller, is what you mean. But yes.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Come on, Rich, don't use a controller on your PC. Not for shooters. Yeah, I use a controller on some games on a PC, but
sure, but
like a Doom, I would never dream of playing Doom with a controller.
But this is why you can do cross-platform Rocket League, because everyone uses a controller.
Oh yeah, like something like Rocket League. Yeah, I use a controller for that. Sure.
Oh right, but like everyone does, so you can do cross-platform. There's not that multiplayer skill gap versus a controller versus mouse and keyboard is all I'm saying.
Mouse aiming is fucking lame. Mouse aiming is borderline cheating. Aw, little baby can't handle it.
Listen,
little baby can't learn to use the proper tool for the job. I'm being an asshole and you're being an asshole. We're both being assholes.
But okay, but
so I think it's fine.
Here's the thing, Shagohod, I've been where you are. I've been there. And I know you feel like lashing out and you feel like, putting down other people is going to make you feel better. But there is a better way out there. Mouse and keyboard is a better way. And you know what? That's not saying that it's more comfortable. You want to stay your controllers more comfortable. That's an accurate statement, but you know.
All right. All right.
Get real.
Beard Hat says,
Yeah.
Steam these days looks like the store shelves in the video game department during the video game crash of the 80s. They should take a note from Nintendo of that era and add in a Steam seal of approval. All right. I'm not necessarily against this.
You know, they're trying this whole automated curation thing where, you know, like, hey, based on what games you've played and what games you've looked at and what's on your wish list, we think you'd like this. When really you already know what you're going to buy anyway. Mm-hmm. And so you just go there to buy the thing you were going to buy anyway. But their storefront it's a mess.
Yeah.
If you're just like, oh, I wonder, like, if you go to Steam saying, I wonder what came out recently that I can look through, you're going to have a bad time. There's 30 new games out. 20 of them are anime visual novels. The other 15 of them are just DLC packs for games you've never heard of, and then there's like 1 or 2 pixel art indie titles.
Yeah.
It's a horrible mess, and that's just for, like, that was this morning. There's another 20 games out this afternoon, and there's another 20 games out this evening. You can't just browse through and look for a game anymore. You need to know what you're looking for before you go to the store.
Okay.
And I think that's going to mean some games don't get recognized.
Do you have to get rid of the shit that's there to really fix the problem? Do you need to get rid of some of these? Is that fair?
Well, no, you don't get rid of anything. You got what you have to do is you have to have a hard point where you say, well, you can't really do that either. They want to make money. Like, what you need is more curation, but that might not come from Steam.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. If you just use the top sellers filter, what you need to be worried about is missing that amazing game, and then that game developer that has their game that, it's going to be the next big thing. It's going to get washed. It's going to get washed under a sea of anime tits.
That's true too.
Yeah. And so, like, I'm only looking at the best sellers. Then you're only looking at games you already know about.
A sea of anime tits.
That's what Steam.
I like that.
That's
I
what
like
Steam
that.
is right now.
A sea of anime tits.
I can't tell you the last time I've been to Steam just to browse. I go to Steam and I type in the game that I'm looking for already.
All right.
Yeah.
Pascal says, one last one tonight. Don't get to see you guys live enough. Raid Talk was my favorite. One question. Are you able to make a sequel to Rocket League, or has it been too generous with content? They'll make us. Well, I'm sure they make enough money with their loot box scheme that they don't really feel pressured to make a sequel.
Yeah, they're fine.
But you'll get one with the next generation of consoles.
Or they'll just
You
port
think
it over.
you think they could just do that?
Why not?
I guess they could. Would you if you were them, would you feel any urge though to have updated graphics of some kind? No? Just who gives a shit?
Who gives a shit?
Huh.
Why would you?
Wouldn't you just want a 2 on there just to maybe get in new people? Even if the game is basically the same fucking game.
You know what? You do both. Like you sell 2 bundled with OG. I don't know. I guess if I'm then, I don't care because I'm sure they're making a shit ton of money on loot boxes because they keep putting them out and they're just going to keep on making DLC and they'll make another thing. And if you sell the same game on the new consoles, then they can play with the old consoles still, and then you still have your ecosystem. So
Okay.
it all makes sense. Just give it the same thing over and over again. I'm not saying that's the good decision. I'm saying that's what they'd probably do.
I don't know that you're wrong. Don't know that you're wrong.
Yeah.
All right. I believe we're caught up.
All right. So now we are to the point in the stream in which we thank all of you lovely people who came to the stream and watched us and subscribed tonight. Much like Justin Horman, who has subscribed to us for 48 goddamn motherfucking months in a row, who said they came for the meat.
Nicholas M.
Van Dorbston for 17 months in a row.
Ben Battlesmith.
Humberto Cabbage Patch for 41 motherfucking months in a row. Says Rich, growing up in Chicago, did you ever get to see Michael Jordan play?
I did once.
Really?
I never went to very many basketball games, but I did see Michael Jordan play once versus the Knicks.
Nice.
Yeah.
You got that on your
Shitty
your bucket
seats,
list?
but hey,
Saw him live.
you know what it was too. It was like the field trip. It was part of being an altar boy, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I was forced into being an altar boy. It was not a choice.
Sure.
I was told one day by my mother and grandmother I was going to be an altar boy.
Oh.
I had very little input. I would have not done this on my own.
I was an altar boy.
Yep.
I wanted to be one though. It was well, I went to Catholic school.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like it to me it was like almost being like a hall monitor. It was like a response, like, oh, I get to do things.
Yeah.
Also, I'm bored in general, but I was very bored in church, and so this was an opportunity to actually like do something during church. I was like, finally, like I don't have to just sit there and twiddle my fingers.
No, I was still bored in church. Just being an altar boy meant I couldn't daydream.
Oh, and I liked it gave me something to do. Like, okay, yeah, now I have to do this and help the people there. Yeah. Oh yeah, for years I was an altar boy. It was that was a responsibility.
All right. Oh yeah. Oh, you have to do that one.
One of these days I'm not going to be able to, because I always forget. It's hard to get into the voice if you haven't done it in a while. Oh, that's it. You got to get a little squeaky with it. So this is Godfather42, who has subscribed to us for 41 motherfucking months in a row. See, I've lost it already, I feel.
It's good enough. That's good enough.
And there's Godfather42. That's so many months. That's hard to say. There's so many months.
Revulant.
Just Mellow AF.
St. Jeff says, hey, Jack and Rich. Twitch has been bothering me to send you guys a message for a while now, so I figured I'd do it.
Thank you. Barbas, the dog.
Hyper Astartes.
The sheepsterful.
Who says?
Who says, how's that juicy shack meat tastes?
Hell Knight 86.
Fishwood.
Zats for 20 fucking months in a row, says Zats.
Lonan, who says, everyone who's listening, don't forget to keep working on that screenplay or shooting those videos. Your dedication will be rewarded someday. Even if you make something terrible, you still made one more thing than the person who made nothing. Keep at it. What a positive and delightful message. Thanks, Lonan. That's right. Keep working.
Positive and delightful.
Wasn't it? Look at that! Make all the art, even if it's dumb. You do it. It'll make you feel good.
Positivity. Fuck it.
It's great.
Everything's awful. The world is awful.
I mean, it's also awful.
Your consoles are fucking awful.
I'm okay with PS4 a little bit.
It's great. It's all great. Joe Kitty 001 for 14 months in a row says, WTF? My subscription didn't renew, and I don't get any sub notifications for your YouTube vids. These companies are shit, but they're the only game in town. Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah, it is. Recommended play.
Algernop for 15 months in a row, says Rich and Jack. My wife had a birthday this week. I am certain she would love nothing more than spending Bezos' money on a birthday greeting from a couple of hack frauds. Thank you.
We appreciate
And happy
it.
birthday to your wife.
Wife or nop? Brian Spoon. No, Brain Spoon.
More like brain fart.
My Brian broke.
Blue Slime 0.
Green Rosetta.
Cheese Stick 2.
Old cheese stick too. King's. Hold on. Kingston.
Kingston Iron Moon.
Is that it?
Kingston Ian Moon.
Kingston Ian Moon. Okay.
With no capital letters anywhere. Kingston Ian Moon.
Kingston Ian Moon.
Captain Zorro.
Pizza Train 11 for 40 motherfucking months in a row. Who says 40 motherfucking months deserves a D&D update, Jack? Actually, I have no further update. We haven't played again. I'm currently writing the second part of my quest, which I've already talked about. I think I want to be a little more role play. I think Rich came up with a really good idea, which is kind of like a timer for random skeleton pop-ups, and I think that'll help keep it a little exciting and add a ticking clock to it. But I'm concentrating on more characters that they can talk to and interact with, just to make sure they understand that part of the game. But I'll, as soon as we play more, I'll update you more.
We got was it?
Junt.
Yeah, Juntistic.
Talonnock, who says, I have nothing interesting to say this time.
Parallax 718.
Skulls 37.
Kyle Kencalico.
Great. Harold Fairhair for 20. Oh, sorry.
That was an ill-timed
That was
yawn.
into ill-timed yawn. It's getting past my bedtime. Harold Fairhair for 20 fucking months in a row.
Bran Flakes 4547.
Pragma Mark.
Rum Ham.
Ew. Rummy ham. Queen of the One Ring for 15 months in a row, who says, I think my anniversary was a couple of weeks ago, but that's okay. Here's another opportunity to shill Prime subs for you guys. Thanks for the streams.
You're welcome.
The shill here, of course, being that if you're an Amazon Prime member, you get one free Twitch subscription every month. That doesn't cost you any extra money, but does give Rich and I a little bit of money. So, if you feel like spending it on us, you can.
Are you done?
Now that's a shill.
That's a shill.
That's a certified shill right there.
Well, technically, doesn't a shill have to be like somebody paying you to like something of theirs? You're just whoring. That was just whoring. You're out for yourself. That was whoring.
I'm not sure. Well,
You're not shilling, you're whoring.
Can you shill for yourself is the question. Or is shilling for yourself just whoring?
I just don't know if that's the definition of shill. I think shilling for yourself is just whoring. Cetus and Mira.
That'll give me something to think about. Thunderbird, who says, Rich, Please explain RAID as Don Wilson.
You got these hard drives, right? And we're gonna stick all these hard drives in the same box, and we're gonna connect them with copper wires. Every copper wire, I'm gonna coat it with some kind of rubber to keep the electricity from flying all over the place. Then we're gonna spin all these hard drives at the same time. I think that's gonna give it some kind of speed boost.
Gotta pour a little fuel on it.
Yeah, I gotta pour a little lighter fuel on it though. Just for decoration, we're gonna light them on fire.
Gonna use gasoline in my cooler.
We're gonna just to keep the whole thing cool. We're gonna use lighter fluid on fire just to burn some of the heat off of all these hard drives.
That makes perfect sense. You're right. That's it. We're going to use fire to burn the heat off. It's brilliant. That's great. That's great. Thank you to Dr. Gunter Hunterhanker, who has subscribed to us for 30.
And when all these hard drives are in RAID, you say it's going to kill all the bugs. It's going to kill all those mosquitoes on my porch.
I get it. That's the first Bitcoin miner was just trying to get the mosquitoes out.
My RAID's gonna kill all those mosquitoes because it's on fire on my wooden porch.
Why your wooden porch? Why would you put it there?
Because that's where the mosquitoes are. You dumbass. The mosquitoes.
Oh, you're right. That was my bad. That was my bad. Right. Well, Dr. Gunter Hunterhanker, who has subscribed to us for 30 fucking months in a row, says it's been great. Should be easy to keep going since you're just being yourselves. Or are you? Well, not currently.
Rich Evans, grammar corrector.
Oh, no. That's a tough job.
Hey, Rich and Jack.
Yeah.
Recently rewatched your 7th guest stream from 2016,
Yeah.
and it's the greatest example of a slow descent into madness ever caught on camera.
Oh, Jesus.
Funniest stream you've ever done. Thanks for the content.
That stupid puzzle.
I know.
With the word I will now never forget. Tryst.
Didn't know what it...
Remember the can puzzle? And I didn't know that tryst was a word.
Oh, God.
Do you remember that?
Vaguely.
And I was trying to figure out the puzzle, and I did not know that tryst was a word.
I mostly just remember, which way should I go now?
Oh, my God.
Which way should I go now?
What was the other one? Are you feeling lonely?
Oh, yeah.
That was a... yeah. The 7th guest stream. That was a slow descent into madness. Absolutely. What a fucked up game.
I need to raid so my computer's fast enough to play the 7th guest.
It's got
It'll be
full
so
motion.
fast, we're going to have 11 guests.
Nailed it, Don. That's the secret ending. That's how you get the secret ending of the game, you see. You get all 11 guests of your 7-guest game. Len Flaksinski for 21 fucking months in a row, who says Stanley Cup Finals, go Capitals.
It's just my brain. I think I always put an extra I in there. I always say Flak-Izinski.
For Kabazinski, right.
Yeah. Which is Len Flaksinski, I guess.
Flaksinski, right.
Jolly Nihilist.
Hey, it's Brian.
And Crispy Christ. Thank you for subscribing. Oh shit, my raid has caught my house on fire. I gotta go.